A lot of people associate the Instagram algorithm with something very negative. They think it causes less growth and less engagement on their account. Well, today I'm going to tell you why this isn't the case and how you can make sure that the Instagram algorithm works in your advantage. Hi everyone, I'm Maria and I'm an online entrepreneur and coach. And I make videos on this channel 3 times a week all about online marketing, YouTube and entrepreneurship. And today we're going to talk about online marketing because we're going to talk about Instagram. Well, if you like this video, then make sure you give it a thumbs up and that you subscribe to my channel because you will help me so much with this. First of all, it's very important to know why there is an algorithm. Well, the case is that Instagram has grown a lot over the past few years. And as you may know, in the beginning of Instagram, there wasn't an algorithm. So if you posted something to Instagram, the people who saw your post saw your post as the most recent post. And by this I mean, if you looked at your timeline and you refreshed it, you saw the most recent post posted. And that's it. That's how it works. But after a while, Instagram has grown so much that this wasn't possible anymore. Because if someone refreshed it, they wouldn't see a lot of other posts. So not everyone would see everyone's posts anymore, and that's why Instagram has thought of the algorithm, and that's why they introduced the algorithm. So what happens, what is happening with the algorithm if you post something to Instagram? Well, the following thing happens. If you post something to Instagram, your post is shown to 10 to 20% of your audience, of your followers. And if your followers like this post very much, so if they engage a lot with it, and by this I mean if they like it and if they react on your post, then your post will be shown to all your other followers. And that's how you can reach a lot of more engagement with your post, and that's how you can grow your account more. Oh, it sounds very simple. It is this simple, but for a lot of accounts it just isn't this simple, and not all of their followers will see their posts because their post only will be shown to their 10 to 20% of their followers. Well, I'm going to talk about this more in the rest of the video of how you can make sure that your post will be shown to everyone. Well, it's also very important to know how you rank on the Explore page, because you don't only want your followers to see it, you want the rest of the world to see your post and you want everyone to follow your account. Well, you can make sure of this, of course, it's a lot of hard work, but it's very important to know how you rank on Instagram, on the Instagram Explore page. And how do you do this? Well, you have to know how the Instagram Explore page is made up. The Instagram Explore page is made up by someone's interests, so by another account's interests. So, for example, some account has shown a lot of interest in influencers, and more specific in the influencers who post a lot about outfits. Their Explore page will probably contain a lot of influencers who are showing their outfits. So if you are an account who is posting a lot about outfits, you have a bigger chance of being shown in their Explore page. But if you're an account who is posting about very different stuff, for example, about gaming, and then the chances are that you probably will not be shown on their Explore page. So the Explore page is made up out of interest and also out of relevance, as I just mentioned, because the posts are posted more recently. Now the posts that are more relevant, so the posts that have a lot of engagement and the posts who have higher numbers. So if there is an account with 20,000 followers and 10,000 likes and 300 comments, yes, that post probably will be shown on the Explore page. But if you are an account with 100 followers and 100 likes and 50 comments, and there's an account with 20,000 followers and only 50 comments and 100 likes, well, yeah, then you will be shown above their post because you're much more relevant. And what's also very relevant, what's also very important to know is that how recent a post is posted is also very important. So a post from a year ago won't be shown on the Explore page. A post from an hour ago will be. What's also important to keep in mind is that the gain of following and unfollowing accounts isn't working, because, as I just mentioned, only 10 to 20% of the followers, your post will only be shown to 10 to 20% of your followers. And if you just follow unfollow, you have a lot of followers, but your post will be shown to the people who you followed and unfollowed, that people, these accounts, won't be engaging with your post because they just don't have interest in it, and they're just following you because you follow them. Well, you can do this follow unfollow thing and it can work in your advantage, but I will be making another video about this, all about tactics to grow your account, and I will also be explaining this trick. So if you would like to know what's it about, then make sure that you subscribe to my channel, of course, because then you won't miss it. What's also important to know is that post on someone's timeline is shown. Well, what's also important to know is, what I didn't tell you yet, is that a post on someone's timeline is shown by how much an account is engaging with your account. So if an account is engaging a lot with your account and they're always liking your pictures, then Instagram will show this post to them, because they will probably like it, and Instagram just wants their users to be shown the most interesting content. And that's why it can work in your advantage, because if a lot of people always engage with your account, 10 to 20% of the followers which is shown your post to are probably all followers who are engaging with your post. But if you don't have 10 to 20% of your followers always engaging with your post, then it can work very negative to you. So then this will be a negative spiral, and yeah, the Instagram algorithm is not going to work in your advantage. Well, I also have some tips for you. It's very important to make sure that you have a call to action under your post in your description, because, well, I couldn't say this more often. A call to action is making sure that your followers are engaging with your posts, and that's why you really want to do this. So don't just put a smiley in your post, don't just put 3 hearts in the description and that's it, or worse, you just don't put a description under your post at all. That's a missed opportunity. And if you want to grow, you will want to make sure that you post a call to action under your post. So what's a call to action? If you don't know this, it's a call to your follower who is seeing this post to make sure that they engage with your post. And how can you do this? You can say, tag 3 friends who also need to see this post, or tag 2 friends who you think of when you see this post. Or you can ask them a question. What I did on my Instagram account is I posted a photo from myself with books around me, and I asked my followers, what is your favorite book and which book are you definitely advising for me to read? Well, a lot of people reacted on this and I had a lot of engagement, and therefore I had a lot of likes and a lot of reactions, and I also gained a lot of followers with this. So you want to do something like this, you want to do something original, but you also want to make sure you have a call to action. The message on your post is more important than the post itself, because with the message people feel more attracted to engage with your photo or with your video, of course. And what you want to do in your message is making sure that people feel aligned with you. What you also want to do is making sure that you use all the features of Instagram. Or everything within your reach, of course, because there are a lot of features. What you want to do is using hashtags. You can use 30 hashtags. And there is an ongoing discussion is if you should use always 30 hashtags. Well, if you do not have 30 relevant hashtags for your photo, then don't. But I would advise you, if you're on a big Instagram account, then make sure that you use all 30, because why not? You can use in the future only 10 if you are already growing and if you already have a lot of exposure. But for now, if you are a small account, use 30. And make sure you use 30 relevant hashtags, as I just said. Because if you post an outfit, you use hashtags about this outfit. So for example, outfit of the day, outfit, yeah, all that kind of hashtags. I can't think of more right now, but you may know. You have to do some research about the most relevant hashtags and use them on your post. But what you don't want to do is, if you post a picture about your makeup next time, use the same 30 hashtags. No, you don't want to do that, because if you always use the same 30 hashtags, Instagram just doesn't show your post anymore between these hashtags, because they think you're always using the same hashtags. You probably are relevant because you just always put the same hashtags and you're not thinking about it. So make sure that with every picture or video you post, you use hashtags that are relevant to the post and that are explaining what is shown within the post, and that if people click on this hashtag, they see your post, that it's actually a post they want to see, because then they're going to click on it and then the hashtags will be in your advantage. Well, the next thing you want to do is captions. As I just said, captions are really important. Besides this, you also want to use your location, because your location, if you are just eating in a fancy restaurant, you want to use your location because people are probably searching on Instagram for this restaurant and they see your picture and maybe they will follow you because of this location tag. And what you also want to do is tagging other accounts. As I just mentioned, if you post something about outfits, you can tag other accounts which are about outfits. For example, there is an account which is named Outfit of the Day, I recall, but for example, you can use this account, you can tag this account and you can make sure you are having more exposure, because if you tag this account, your picture also will be on their account between tagged photos. And what you also want to do is using Instagram stories, of course. You can do this if you post a picture or video. You can, for example, screenshot your account and you can put something over the your new picture, and you can link them to your account. You can say, well, look at my account for the new picture. I'm really excited, or I'm really curious what you think about this picture, or I'm really curious what your answer to my question on this picture is. Make sure you answer it under my picture or under my post. And what you also want to do is making sure that you use highlights. If you have a common theme in your stories, you want to make sure that you use highlights. You want to make a highlight about it and post every story that is about this theme in your highlight. Well, because if you use all the features on Instagram, Instagram is also going to help you to get more exposure, and yeah, that's it. What you also want to do, by the way, is making sure you're following hashtags. You really need to follow all the important hashtags for your niche, because your account is probably around a common theme. If it isn't, then it's not good. You have to make sure your account is around a common theme, and you want to follow all the relevant hashtags which are around your theme from your account. Because if you do this, you can see what kind of content is posted around your theme. Instagram will also help you to rank more in these hashtags, and to grow more within this hashtag. And yeah, you want to use all the features because Instagram is also going to help you to grow more. Well, this was it for today. It was a lot of information, but I hope that it helped you, and I hope that you understand more about the Instagram algorithm. And yeah, if you have any tips, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, make sure you leave it in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and that you subscribe to my channel, because you will help me so much with this, and I will be really thankful. And yeah, I will see you next time. Bye bye!